this is a Nick Cage movie if I've ever seen a Nick Cage movie. Like The Surfer right now in theaters, it is a ticking time bomb of tension. Just it's set on pressure cook, and you're in your seat just watching the whole time as Nick Cage's character, man, he just goes through the ringer in this film. You're sitting there thinking, you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen next. Newsflash, you're wrong. You don't know what's going to happen next. The way this movie is shot, let me put it in perspective. There's a beach 10 feet away, and then there's a parking lot. That's your scenery for the film, and they use every inch of it amazingly. Like there's a coffee shop, there's maybe a phone booth, there's a couple cars in the parking lot, and then the beach. And the whole time you're watching this movie in this little area, and you just feel for Nick Cage's character. You feel the tension in the scenes, and you're like, what could possibly happen next to make this even worse? And then it happens. You can't really guess what's going to be next in the scene because stuff gets worse than what you thought. And you're just in for this wild ride of just sitting there like, yo, I'm having a great time watching the film, but I know Nick Cage's character is going through it right now. There's part of the film where I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, all right, maybe this is it. Wrong. Part of the film, I'm like, all right, well, if these two people know each other, then I know how the movie ends. I'm also wrong. I'm not going to admit. I pride myself sometimes in watching films where I'm like, all right, I know what's going to happen next. I didn't in this one, dude. I really wish I did. If I did, I would say like, yo, I knew what happened next. There's so many just kind of twists and turns. The way the camera angles are shot in this film is so good. It just portrays the mood very well. At some point, you're watching a character and you're like, man, they haven't had water for days. Maybe they haven't had food for days. And the way it's shot, it gives little subtle blurs to where you feel like you're from the eyesight of this character, where you're watching it and you're like, okay, I feel like I haven't had this for days. And it is really good. Part of the way through the film, you're like, you know what? Is this all maybe in someone's head or is it maybe not? And you're just along for the ride the whole time. At one point, when the movie goes to end, right? This is a great movie. One thing I love about this film, there's movies where they go and then the movie should end and then they add an extra 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. You're like, dude, how'd you end the movie 30 minutes ago? I'd give you a higher rating, but you just drug it on. This one doesn't do that. Like when this one ends, it gives you a satisfying ending and it gives it in a great amount of time. This movie is like an hour and a half long, right? It's great. We've been eating with original films lately. Sinners, great. The Surfer with Nick Cage now in theaters, also great. Definitely go give it a watch in theaters. Let me know if you've even heard about it in the comments. If you haven't and you want to enjoy a nice psychological thriller, this is definitely one to watch. Definitely go to theaters and see it. And let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. Click that follow button because you guys know I'm keeping up to date on all gaming and movie news and what movies you should see in theaters and should stay home from. This one, The Surfer, go see it in theaters, guys. I heavily want to support original films like this. The more we do, the more we get to see these crazy movies. But Nick Cage, he does Nick Cage, and he knocks it out of the park. Camera crew, sound effect, knocks it out of the park. You're there for a wild ride. There's tension building the whole time. You're not going to want to miss this one, guys.